What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Um, Getting into this episode, Nell is crazy if she thinks she gonna outfox Dr. Obrecht. Like you're not gonna outfox Dr. O. You're not gonna outthink her, even on your best day, your worst day. It's not gonna happen. Dr. O, trust me, she's very savvy. She knows what she's doing. Obrecht, trust me, she cannot be manipulated. Definitely not by the likes of Nell. Nell is an amateur compared to Dr. Obrecht. Obrecht is definitely going to use this baby thing to her advantage. I know some people is thinking, how can she use it? Michael is a very powerful person, whether people believe it or not. As CEO of ELQ and a board member of the hospital, and he has money, dude, that right there, he has contacts, connections. He's very powerful. So therefore, he can help her in many ways. Not just financially. He could help her as far as maybe reinstating her at the hospital, maybe. He got some pull. Not saying Monica would allow it, but at the same time, Michael does have a little more influence than Monica does. As a board member, he can sway. He can sway the other board members. Um, it's plenty that he can help her with. Plenty. There's some things he can help her with. Um, Nell is definitely not gonna outfox Obrecht. It's not gonna happen. Not in her best day. Not gonna happen. Obrecht is too smart for that. Um, and she's basically just toying with Nell at this point. That's why Nell want to know, like, okay, you got this information. You know that the baby is with Brad. What are you gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a cat and mouse tit for tat kind of thing. Like she's on pins and needles right now because Obrecht could blow her whole spot up. All Obrecht would have to do is go to Michael, tell Michael the story of the night that the baby was born, tell him the baby is actually with Brad and Lucas. All you gotta do is get a DNA test, and boom, blows up the whole spot. The whole story is on Front Street. I hope Obrecht does that though. I know she probably won't for right now. They're probably gonna drag it out a little longer, but I know she's gonna use this to her advantage. I know she will. She will. Um, Ryan. It's so good to see Ryan again. I missed Ryan. Such a oh my god, Ryan is the craziest. So basically he visited Kevin, basically taunting him that him and Laura are going through a divorce. Like he just messing Kevin life all up right now. He's sleeping with Ava. Like you just destroying this man's life. You're treating patients knowing that you're, insane in the brain yourself. um Ryan is crazy. So he basically told Kevin he's gonna need his help in making people believe, fill in some of the gaps that Ryan don't know about Kevin's life. So that way, it becomes more believable that he is Kevin. Kevin, the real Kevin, was like, no, I'm not gonna help you. If Kevin was smart, which I know he is, what he should do is feed him some information that's false. Because Laura and everybody else in town are already looking at Ryan side eye. You know what I'm saying? They're already side eyeing Ryan. All you got to do is fill him in with some information that you know is false, that Ryan don't know is false. You know what I'm saying? That way, it'll put the pieces together really even quicker for Laura and Carly and everybody else, and they can figure it out even faster. That's what I would do if I was Kevin. Honestly, I would definitely play that game because Ryan is sick. He's gonna do more damage if he's not stopped soon. It is gonna get even more lethal. Um, Hence the way he was talking to Carly earlier, the way he startled her earlier when he walked up on her, and he basically gave her some lie about who the patient next to her was, some made up name or whatever, talking about, oh, he's very dangerous. And then he was like, is that enough to, get you to back off? In a way, if you look at it this way, it's an implied threat. Basically, he fed her some false information, and if that's not enough to back her off, you know what Ryan's gonna have to do next. He's gonna have to try and kill Carly next. You know that. You know that. You know it. That's the reason. He's gonna have to. I think that's why he fed her this information so he wouldn't have to. But I think if she keeps pursuing this, he know what he gonna have to do. He gonna have to do it. That basically was an implied threat. Carly, you in danger. You are in danger. You might want to call Sonny and get his goons, hire some extra protection while you out in these streets. I'm just saying, because you got a psycho on the loose. Um, I agree with Laura. Number one, like Ned, I understand where he's coming from a little bit. Like he doesn't want the town to be in panic, but at the same time, I agree with Laura. Like people in town need to know they have a serial killer in their town. You know what I'm saying? They need to know there's a killer on the loose. Even if it does set off a panic in town, they need to be aware of this because you got people running around that town shopping, chilling, ice skating. It is winter. I don't know if there's snowing out there yet, but you got people just out and about. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have a clue somebody's out there killing people. You know what I'm saying? They're in danger and they don't even know it. So even if it does set off a panic, you need to let them know what's going on in their town. Olivia and all them, they just worried about, talking about, oh, well, we just got done rebuilding the town after the earthquake and stuff. And she's hoping that Lulu uses some tact or whatever, where, write more good stories about what they're doing. I'm pretty sure Lulu would like to write some good stories about the good that the mayor's office is doing for the town and stuff. But at the same time, she can't ignore the fact you have a killer in your town. She can't ignore that. What journalist would? No smart journalist would. Who the hell gonna ignore that they got a murderer in town somewhere, killing people at random, basically? You know, they have to know. Let me tell you something. If my mayor knew that there was a killer on the loose and did not tell the town, I would definitely be demanding. I would have a petition for her resignation. I'm just saying, I would be calling for her termination, a letter of resignation from her. Like, there's no way you're getting away with that. Like, we have a right to know as citizens. I'm just saying. People got a right to know. Jocelyn. I like the gift that she got Oscar, the little planner or whatever, and she marked up the dates and stuff. I thought that was a cool gift. My issue with Jocelyn is the way she speaks to adults. That's my issue with her. Because some people in the comments talking about on Friday or whatever, talking about she had a right to speak to Jason the way she did. No, she did not. No, she didn't. I don't care what you're upset about. Like I said, Oscar is his nephew. And he begged him and asked him, he trusted him not to divulge that information. It was Oscar's secret to tell, not Jason's. Jason does not owe Carly an explanation. He don't owe Jocelyn an explanation. After everything that this man has sacrificed and done for that family, he don't owe them jack. They owe him, if you really want to get into it. Jason has kept Sonny out of prison. He kept Sonny from dying. He kept Carly from dying. He's rescued them every time they've been in trouble. He owes them nothing. That man lost 5 years of his life. You know what I'm saying? And where was Sonny at? Still in Port Charles with Carly, the kids, living in a big mansion, all their family together. This man owes them nothing. She has no right to talk to an adult the way that she talked to him. And the way that she talked to Julian today, she should have minded her business. I'm just saying, like, coming to Julian, basically telling him he needs to back off of Kim. First of all, that's not your decision. That's not your call. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad Julian let her know. Like, I'm not going to stop dating Kim. I'm going to be with her. All because she want Oscar to have his family back. A family he didn't even have before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand Oscar wants his parents to be together. But at the end of the day, that's up to Drew and Kim. That's not up to Jocelyn. It's not up to Oscar. That's up to Drew and Kim. If Kim don't want to be with Julian no more, she needs to go to Julian and let him know that herself. So for Jocelyn to sit there and call that man selfish, I'm like, how is he selfish? Like, it's ridiculous. Her request was totally ridiculous. Her saying that he's selfish was ridiculous. That little girl, she's definitely a mini Carly. I'm just saying. She's definitely, because that's some stuff Carly be talking. Ava. I love Ava, but come on now. I understand she's still grieving for her child and stuff, but the way she keep lashing out at Griffin and all that, talking about, oh, you took my child away from me. He did not take your daughter away from you. You could have been made up with Kiki. It was your antics that kept you apart from her. And you never made amends with her prior to her death. That was on you. You know what I'm saying? You ruined your relationship with your child. You know what I'm saying? And then when you try to fix it, you messed that up. You called that girl all types of names and innuendos. You disrespected her on so many occasions, lied to her, manipulated. You did all these things. So why are you blaming other people? I understand she's lashing out because at the end of the day, she don't want to look in the mirror and blame herself. That's what it really is. She don't want to blame herself for what happened. And she's mad because she didn't get the opportunity to make amends, which is quite funny because she actually did get the opportunity to make amends and she blew it. That's your fault. You can't blame Griffin for that. You know, I feel like Griffin really did care for Kiki. You know, he really did. Um, Michael and Willow, I like them. Michael and Willow. I'm starting to like them together. I like her and Chase together too because they've actually been out on dates. But I feel like her and Michael are more on an emotional connection. I feel like they're starting to build a bond, you know, over their, you know, lost children. Unbeknownst to them, her child is dead, his is alive, and living under the alias of what was supposed to be her child. Isn't that crazy? What a coinkydink. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing Willow and Michael together. I feel like they're building a solid connection, you know, out of grief. I don't know. I'm just 50-50. I really am. When it comes to Willow and Chase and Willow and Michael, I'm 50-50. It could go either way. I really am. I'm in the middle. I can't help it. I can't make a decision on that right now. I have to see more, you know what I'm saying, in order for me to dive in. But I'm feeling them so far. I really am. Michael is long overdue for some happiness. I'm just saying, because God knows he deserved it. He deserved that happiness because he's long overdue. But anyway, this was a pretty cool little episode today. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see all of you tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope your Christmas, like I said, I hope your Christmas was amazing. See you all later. Peace.